Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I, of course, am Patrick of Helena, son of Joseph, and this is our show.
Aw.
My show, our show.
Oh, he had a moment.
I share it with Keith.
Your name's on
Jeffy
the wall
sometimes. Yeah, you notice that? That's right. You got a problem with that?
I think you
Go
guys
talk to somebody about it.
I think you guys should describe behind the scenes what it's like when Jeffy gets ready to tape Chewing the Fat in here.
Get out so I can tape my show. I see whose name is up on the wall.
I do.
I'm gonna record. I gotta
like...
record that interaction someday. Put it on Twitter.
It happens enough. You should be able to get something on.
No doubt about that.
Listen here, fat man. My name's on the wall every day. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Oh, and is it ever a happy Friday? It's been a long time. It's probably been a week since I've been this pissed.
That long?
Leading up to the show. Yeah,
wow.
I don't think I've been this pissed all week.
Uh-huh.
But I am really hacked off today.
Yes, you are.
I can't. It's like we're living in an alternate universe, and we're the only ones who understand that this isn't the way it's supposed to be.
And it's built up. You're right. It's been that whole throughout the whole week. It's just that little nudge every day.
Over and over and over.
Yes.
And this brain dead Biden who goes and praises himself everywhere he has an opportunity to do that, whether it's Europe or it's here in the United States, and he's talking about how everybody believes he's a fantastic leader.
I contend that clip, yeah, right.
I can't
that
take
clip of him talking about himself, I don't think you're going to get through it.
I don't think so
That's the
either.
Pat Gray challenge today.
I don't think so either. It's like you're looking at this guy and the lying and the deceiving of the American people and the media, and they don't care. They couldn't care less.
Nope.
Let me give you an example. Let's get into some of the stuff that he said in Europe yesterday.
And of course, right out of the gate, it's him not saying anything.
Yeah.
He shows up to the building, yeah.
So he arrived at NATO and was basically the only one who didn't stop and take questions from the media.
Yeah.
Check this out.
How concerned are you about a chemical weapons attack?
Seriously. That is so weak. There you go.
Didn't say a word.
Didn't say a word.
At least he's minding his handlers now. He's doing that. He is doing that.
But that doesn't match up with that agonizing clip where he's talking about himself that you're going to play later.
No, it doesn't.
Where he refers to himself as effectively the leader of the world.
Yeah.
Wow, the leader of the world can't stop for an impromptu conversation with a couple of reporters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Can we look at the image? Look how long these microphones are. That's ridiculous. I mean, look
What?
how long
That's awesome.
those are.
Oh, wow.
You don't even have to come over here. Just talk and we'll capture the
Wow.
audio. Now, I don't know if that is a creation of social distancing in the last 2 years or if that's
it might
just
be.
because they're on the rope line.
That might be.
But that is an awkward microphone sticking
That's awesome.
out about 10
it'd be a pain to hold that thing out there for a long time.
Yeah, that's got to be tiring on your arm. That's a workout, man.
I know.
That's a workout. So he spoke about food shortages yesterday.
And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages.
Okay, so you're going to increase. We talked about how we can increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages.
That might be accurate, actually. Now that I think about the quote.
Would it surprise you?
Let's spread it out.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So you're trying to increase food shortages, and you want to disseminate them across the world.
Yep.
It's working.
And you want to do it quicker
The Great
than
Reset.
it's happening right now. Well, of course you do.
There you go.
Of course you do.
The Great Reset is here, y'all.
Right.
There you go.
It's agonizing. Is there another quote from him on that?
Yeah, he has another quote on food shortages. He's warning us. Here we go.
Nothing more to report. With regard to food shortages, yes, we did talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real.
It's going to be real.
The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia.
Catch that?
It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
These sanctions have an impact, but not just on Russia, but the rest of the world too.
So
here we go. He's
food
warning
shortages.
you. Here it comes.
And he said it's going to be real. All up in here, yo.
Good times.
Essentially, that's what he was saying.
I'm proud that he believes he's going to be the leader of the world.
Great times.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it anymore. I mean, we've said everything you can possibly say about this guy.
Before the man took office.
During, now.
And he's only been in office a year.
Yeah. Right. How bad can this get?
Don't ask that question.
I know.
And here he is. I love. I love the sanctions question and answer. Here he is talking about answering a question about the sanctions on Russia.
Sir, deterrence didn't work. What makes you think Vladimir Putin will alter course based on the action you've taken today?
Let's get something straight. You remember, if you covered me from the very beginning, I did not say that, in fact, the sanctions would deter him. Sanctions never deter. You keep talking about that.
Yeah.
Sanctions
I wonder why.
Never deter.
I wonder why,
the maintenance of sanctions, the increasing the pain, and the demonstration.
I know.
Why I asked for this
I wish I would have too,
today,
because I would have screamed that because I can't take it.
After a month, we will sustain what we're doing.
Oh, he's angry
not just
now.
next month,
he's pissed.
month, but for the remainder of this entire year. That's what will stop him.
So he just said that it's supposed to increase the pain. Yeah, you know who's suffering the pain?
We are.
Well, everyone. Exactly. Everyone but Putin.
Yeah. Putin's not. He's in his palaces and his yachts, and he's not suffering any pain. Why do people keep talking about it? Why?
You keep asking me that because you keep saying that.
You keep
never
bringing
meant
that
to
up.
be a deterrent.
It was never meant to be a deterrent.
The purpose of the sanctions has always been and continues to be deterrence.
Wait, what?
Okay, that's his vice president.
Okay, she just is the only one that maybe didn't.
Here's his spokesman.
Second, yes, deterrence is part of our objective. If he goes further, we will go further. But again, our view remains that a bipartisan effort would be the best effort moving forward. And as I conveyed to Jackie a few minutes ago, our view continues to be that the crippling sanctions package we've designed is meant to be a deterrent.
I wonder why people keep asking about it. Because everybody around him, everybody in his administration, including his main spokesperson, talked about deterrence. I can't take it. And so those of us who see this, we're the only ones, I guess. I mean, he is spitting in the face of these media people, of these journalists. He's spitting in their face and lying to them. And they don't call him out on it. It's like, Mr. President, your vice president, your spokesperson, your secretary of state have
National Security Advisor
about deterrence.
All of them.
All of them.
Every one of them.
So don't tell me this was never about deterrence and we shouldn't be talking about that. It's like we're the only ones. Are we the only ones who can see it? Does the media not have access to everything that's been said like we do? Can you not go on the internet and find it like we did 10 minutes before this stinking show? It's agonizing. And Keith brought up the Simpsons episode, which is brilliant, where Ned
Grimes is a character that starts working at the power plant, and he is appalled that Homer Simpson is given the controls of the nuclear power plant.
And everybody loves him.
Everyone loves him. He's a slob. He doesn't wash his hands.
He's stupid.
He's dumb. Yeah,
he doesn't do his job.
Exactly. And he's Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
And he wins a children's contest. And so he just...
And Ned's out in the audience going, he's competing against children.
Right. I mean,
and he kicked their ass.
And then he goes and demonstrates how Homer Simpson lives around the plant. Look, I'm Homer Simpson. I can do this and blah, blah, blah. And everyone's looking at him like,
What's the matter
deal,
with you?
Man? What is the problem here?
Dude, what's the matter? That's how we feel right now.
Yes. We are Ned Grimes.
Yes. Yes. And we're about to go insane and maybe even lose our lives over it, because that's what happened to Ned in the end. He grabbed a hold of, it said danger, don't touch or something. He goes up to it. I'm Homer Simpson. I can go ahead and ignore that. And it kills him. So funny. It's not funny in real life, though. We're living it. We're living Ned Grimes' life right now.
Okay, but I mean, at least our allies in Europe, I mean, they have a lot of respect for our president, right? I mean, that's where we're at?
Yeah.
Well, he's the president of the United States of America.
Here he is in action, looking like an idiot.
Oh, yeah. On
the world
Talking
stage.
about running unopposed? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I came to congratulate a man who just got reelected without opposition. I dream about that someday.
Oh my God.
I dream about being a despot running unopposed on the ballot.
But he's loved in Europe.
Yeah.
The European leaders love him. The NATO leaders love him.
It's nice that we got our respect back in the world after that 4 years of Trump, huh?
Yeah. And that's what he talks about. Listen to all this. Ugh.
I have no concerns about the impact. I made a commitment
You won't make
when
it
I
to
ran
the
this
end,
time. I wasn't going to run again, and I mean that sincerely. I had no intention of running for president again.
How I wish you hadn't.
And until I saw those folks coming out of the fields in Virginia carrying torches and carrying Nazi banners.
Shut up.
Singing the same vile
Not going to make it.
rhyme that they used in Germany in the early 20s.
Oh, my gosh.
Or 30s, I should say.
Yeah, or 30s,
And,
whenever, 20s,
And then when
40s,
the
60s.
gentleman you mentioned was asked what he thought, and a young woman was killed, a protester, and he was asked what he thought, he said, "They're very good people on both sides." And that's when I decided I wasn't going to.
How long will this lie
It just
continue?
continues.
How long?
They just keep saying it.
That's not what he was talking about. That's not and he sets it up as if he's talking about the people who killed the woman. He wasn't talking about them. He was saying that there are good people who are out there, generally speaking, protesting. There are bad people who are out there protesting. They're on both sides. There was Antifa, there were neo-Nazis, there were bad people on both sides. Now, to him, wasn't it he who said that it's an idea, that Antifa is an idea?
No, that was Nadler.
Okay. Yeah. But that's the feeling on the left, is that there's really no...
Oh, they all believe
There's no Antifa. Mm-hmm. But the Nazi problem in this country is completely out of control.
I mean, they still continue. Remember, we went through the whole debate thing where, when will Trump badmouth the white supremacists? When will he condemn them?
Yeah. Right, which he had done over and over.
And he's like, what do you want me to say? I will say it like right here.
Tell me what you want me to say.
Say it again.
Are you finally recording it this time?
Yeah. How many times? And he did say it over and over and over again. He condemned David Duke. He condemned Nazis. He condemned the right wing, the extreme right wing kooks. He did all of it.
I know.
Over and over again. All right, let's see what else brain dead Biden had to say yesterday.
Be quiet any longer. And when I ran this time,
unbelievable.
And I think the American press, whether they look at me favorably or unfavorably, will acknowledge this. I made a determination. No election is worth my not doing exactly what I think is the right thing. Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Too long in the tooth to fool with this any longer.
With what?
And so we're a long way off from elections. A long way off.
Oh, we're a long way off from the election.
My focus, if any election, is on making sure that we retain the House and the United States Senate, so that I have room to continue to do the things that I've been able to do.
Thank heaven. That's not going to happen this time.
In a rational way with American foreign policy and lead the world. Be the leader of the free world.
Be the leader.
One of the things that I take some
solace from
is I don't think you'll find any European leader who thinks that I am not up to the job. and I mean that sincerely. It's not like
I know you do. We know you do.
I'm
The
Homer
point
Simpson.
is that when the first G7 meeting I attended, like the one I did today, was in Great Britain, and I sat down and I said, "America's back."
Oh my God!
And one of
America's
my
back.
counterparts, colleagues, as head of state, said, "For how long?"
That's what he said.
For how long?
For how long?
And so I don't blame. I don't criticize anybody for asking that question.
I do.
But
Here we go.
I do.
The next election, I'd be very fortunate if I had that same man running against me.
Donald Trump. He wants a rematch.
Wow, there's so much there.
Can we use paper ballots this time during the rematch, sir?
There's so much there. First of all, the European leaders, what do you think? They have the best interest of America at heart?
Right.
Of course they want you. Of course.
You've opened the checkbook.
They're ecstatic that you're in office now because it's not America first anymore. It's the rest of the world first and America last, if we consider it at all. So, of course, the European leaders, well, in Europe, they love me over in Europe. In Europe, I'm beloved.
I was surprised this morning they announced a deal to send liquefied natural gas to Europe to alleviate some of the pinch from Russia. That's going to benefit Texas. I mean, we can't benefit from our own God-given resources, but it's amazing to actually see that we can open up that pipeline.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah. Now, we are going to have that food shortage that he alluded to because of the war. They haven't been able to plant the crops, the fields, because a lot of wheat comes from Ukraine and Western Russia.
Yep.
So that's not going to be in there. But notice this thing. As they are clamping down on the Russian citizens' ability to participate in commerce, Bitcoin, they announced yesterday, could be used now in Russia to buy gasoline. And the price of Bitcoin shot up on that news.
I bet it did.
Pay attention, because what is happening to the Russian citizen is going to be us in a couple of years in this country. So how they work around and how they're getting around what's happening to them, that's going to be the way out.
Wait,
for
they're gonna take my yacht?
They're going to take your yacht, Jeffy. Yes, they're gonna take all your fun stuff.
Yeah. Don't you have a 3-foot yacht?
I don't like that.
Yours is big, right?
I don't like that. Heck,
is it 4 feet?
A lot of people call it a dinghy. I call it a yacht.
How long's that dinghy of yours? How you got 4 feet?
It's 4 feet, like 4 feet, 8 inches, something like that.
Yeah, it's the one that my mom gave me, and that's it. That's what you got.
Wow.
So there you go. All right, let's go to Cheryl in Utah. Hey, Cheryl, you're on the Blaze.
Bingo.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah, you were paying attention. All right, where did your bingo occur?
It's on the top row.
It is? Mm-hmm. And?
Yeah. Rob's Commodore 64 is mentioned.
Right.
I am Patrick of Helena.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unmitigated gall.
Right.
You look weird and your nanny looks weird.
Okay.
And Jeffy Bidness.
You got it. All right.
Yay.
Did we set you up with the code and all that so that you get your
Yes,
prize?
we did.
All right.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yes,
Thanks a lot, Cheryl. Appreciate your listening.
Thank you.
Cool.
Please vote Mitt Romney out of office. First chance you
Yes.
get. Jeez, that guy. What do you want to bet? He's one of the few Republicans that vote for this Supreme Court nominee.
Oh.
What do you want to bet?
Oh, yes.
Bet he is.
Oh, we've got a clip to get to today that I think somebody tipped their hand on how they're voting on the Republican side.
Was it Mitch McConnell?
No, he said on the floor.
He said too. He said he's not going
voting.
to. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. So when you play the Ted,
It is kind of weird. I thought that she would kind of sail through, but she's going to
sail through.
More
she's going to make it
than I thought.
Yeah, she's.
I
worse
agree.
than-
She's more terrible, but I
yeah.
also agree with you that she's going to sail through.
Yeah, she is going to sail through, but she's bad. She's bad news. Let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is good news because you got somebody who's going to get you through the house selling process and the house buying. Maybe you're relocating, and so you have to do both. It's really stressful. That is a stressful time when you're selling your house and you're buying a new house and you're having to move and set up all the stuff again. And I hate it. I would do almost anything to avoid that.
It's never easy.
It's really not. And so you need a realtor who can get you through that process and get your house sold quickly and for the most amount of money and get you the most home for your money when you're buying. It's Real Estate Agents I Trust. These are great agents. They're fans of the show, so you're going to have a lot in common when you go looking for homes with them. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray.
Ooh, so I don't know if I can talk about Biden anymore. It just makes me too angry. It just
Every
makes me angry.
time.
It's unbelievable.
It's very difficult. I mean, my father-in-law has the news channels on at the house, so I catch more than I really want to of all these clips, and it's maddening.
It is
maddening. I find myself stopping.
I can't even watch it anymore.
As I'm walking by, just like, I can't.
Yeah. I can do this, and I barely can get through this talking about it.
I know, man. So
I certainly can't watch Fox News when I get home. I can't do it.
Gosh.
And I mean, CNN is out of the question. I can't do it. So let's talk about the Supreme Court nominee, which is agonizing as well.
There's nowhere to turn, man.
Just that we see less of her than we do of Biden. So it's not quite as irritating. But yesterday in the hearing, it continued, of course, and she wrapped up a Ted Cruz question. Here's Cruz with another question for her.
Example, I'm an Hispanic man. Could I decide I was an Asian man? Would I have the ability to be an Asian man and challenge Harvard's discrimination because I made that decision?
Senator, I'm not able to answer your question. You're asking me about hypothetical.
Okay, she can't answer that question either.
That's the whole game she played the whole time.
Yeah. I can't answer your question on what a woman is. I can't answer a question on if you can identify as an Asian man or an Asian woman, for that matter.
Yeah.
Since we can't identify what a woman is. Jeez. Then Republican Senator Ben Sasse, who we haven't heard from in a long time, it seems like to me. When was the last time we talked about Ben Sasse? It's been a while. Anyway, he appeared to take a shot at Ted Cruz.
Before I move on, just because we've had a number of members of this committee comment on cameras in the court, I've made my position on this clear a lot of times, but if I can give a tiny bit of
please do
friend of the court brief in advance, because I think when you're on the court and you continue to debate this issue.
Pause it. Did you catch that?
When you're on the court.
When you're on the court. I think we know which way Ben Sasse is going to vote. Because if you lose Ben Sasse, now you're going to need you needed Manchin to get
to cross the aisle the
right?
other way.
So now you're back to 50 if you lose Ben Sasse. You know you're going to lose Mitt Romney. It's over. She sails through. Anyway, now he takes a shot at Ted Cruz.
I think it should be a decision for the Supreme Court to make. There's a whole bunch of things that humans can do if they're not immediately mindful of some distant camera audience that they might be trying to create a soundbite for. And Instagram can be useful for some small things, but for intellectual discourse, it is not a friend. And I think we should recognize that the jackassery we often see around here is partly because of people mugging for short-term camera opportunities.
My gosh.
Now, maybe I'm being hypersensitive, and he was just talking about D.C. in general.
Maybe.
But being that was right after...
It was right after Cruz?
Yeah, it feels like... I don't know. Whatever.
I don't either. I like Ben Sasse.
Yeah, I do too. I know, and he's.
I would be surprised if he was taking a shot at Cruz.
Okay, well,
but it's possible.
He's upset a lot of people since 2020.
Yeah, he has.
But just forget that I'm being hypersensitive about his jackassery comment. The fact that he said when you are on the court.
Yeah,
it's really irritating. Really, bro? Come on. How about if you are privileged enough to serve on the court?
Everybody expects her to get through.
I know.
Everybody expects her to get through.
If she gets through, then seriously, there is no criteria to be on the court, quite frankly. I mean, she doesn't even know what a woman is, apparently.
Well, she was on, apparently she was on Wheel of Fortune.
Really? She's got time for that? A game show during
yesterday was the final day of questioning.
So she headed over to a taping.
So then she went immediately from there to a taping of Wheel of Fortune. And here's what happened there.
Oh no!
She couldn't quite get woman spelled.
Okay, so if you're listening,
So close.
on the board,
All she needs is the X. WOM.
Oh, it's not a Y.
I want an X, Pat.
So it's WOM space N, and she's struggling there on I don't know.
An adult female person is what we're looking for.
Ooh.
I don't know. I can't.
Only biologists know that answer. I didn't realize Wheel of Fortune was doing Biology Week.
Can I buy a Q, Pat? No, you buy vowels. Ketanji, you buy vowels. Okay, I don't know then. I'm stumped.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a shame. She had a chance at some cash.
Yeah. But seriously, here's how far we've come in just a few years. First of all, we were told just a few years ago to believe all women.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Then you believe some women.
Okay.
And then now we don't know what a woman is.
There we go.
I'm sorry, what's a woman? I don't know.
That's the Kavanaugh, Barrett, and Jackson hearings 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's where we've come.
So from Me Too and that whole, we're all about women now, and everything they ever say is right and true, and we believe them.
Yep.
But not if it's a Republican woman, of course, as with Amy Coney Barrett. And then this particular Supreme Court justice doesn't even know what a woman is. It's amazing. It's absolutely astounding where we are. And again, it's the Homer Simpson thing. It's the Ned Grimes situation where we see it, and apparently none of the rest of the media does.
I mean, the polls. Biden is really struggling in the polls, right? I mean,
down to 34%.
Yeah, I mean, people seems at least realizing, hey, when are you gonna take care of us?
Yeah, and where's the media in all of this? When he stands there and spits in their face and tells them, look, this is not about deterrence. It's never been about deterrence. Why do you keep asking me that? Why doesn't anybody bring up his entire cabinet and what they've been saying the whole time? What they said from the beginning about this. Their tune has probably changed now because he's so adamant about it. And
their tune has changed. They actually have changed that,
it's not deterrence.
That whole narrative. Yeah.
I mean, how do they not get together on that in the first place? How did they not have a meeting at the White House and say, okay, what are sanctions about? Because we're going to be asked. Is it a deterrent or is it a punishment?
Right.
What is it?
Well, chances are they've had this conversation with Joe about half a dozen times, and
then when he went before the cameras that one time and said, "Wow, I mean, everybody knows it's not a deterrent."
Right.
The people were like, "What are you saying, old man?"
And you know what it is, I think, and I don't think it's his brain forgetting that talking point as much as it is admitting defeat to Putin. If he joins the "it should be a deterrent" line, and obviously it isn't stopping Putin whatsoever, he's doing what he wants, then it shows, oh, look, I just lost that battle to Putin, and so he can't have that. No, it was never meant to do that. It was never meant to deter him.
It's interesting because we have this list of members of the cabinet and officials around him who said all along that it was a deterrent. And it started on February 11th with the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan. The president believes that sanctions are intended to deter. The president believes that? Fascinating. February 13th, Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby. There is a deterrent effect by keeping the sanctions in reserve. February 20th, Vice President Kamala Harris said the threat of sanctions will absolutely deter Putin from making the decision to invade. On February 20th as well, Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of State, said the purpose of the sanctions is to try to deter Russia from going to war. 21st of February, John Kirby said that the Biden administration wants the sanctions to have a deterrent effect. Jake Sullivan again said that Biden wanted Russia to understand exactly what the scope and nature of the sanctions they will face are as a deterrent measure. On and on and on.
Yeah, what's the most recent
goes.
Date of that, Pat? What's the most recent comment about deterrence?
Let's see. February 23rd, Blinken said that the sanctions are designed to try to deter Russia.
That's the day that Putin, ironically enough, invaded Ukraine, the 23rd. That's when they realized, oh, crap, it didn't deter him. I guess we should change our talking point.
Right. Incredible. It's just really incredible. With some tweets, jitty traffic emails. Who is this Patrick fella, and what have you done with Hank?
Oh, yeah, Hank Unleashed.
Good question. Pastor Sam tweets, so if sanctions don't deter and were never meant to, have we really done anything to put the pressure on Putin?
Good point.
Rowdy Introvert tweets, has anyone checked the dictionary.com this morning? Perhaps the definition of deterrence was secretly updated.
Oh, gosh, no joke.
Also, Dara, hey, Pat, what's a girl got to do to get a tweet mention, huh? Kexi Cookies year-long subscription? Spell my name with 2 consecutive vowels and or consonants? BYU stat rundown.
Oh.
Any of those would help. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, any of those, actually.
I could add to that list. But
building a freaking road so you could get to Keith's house?
Oh,
no,
you want that?
No,
you want that. Oh, she should have quit while she was ahead.
Yeah, she should have.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and we've got a sale going on at Kexi Cookie, by the way.
Nice.
You buy a year-long subscription or just a dozen cookies, and either way, you're going to love them. The greatest cookie in the history of the world.
Yeah, but what if I don't want to have to leave my house? I just want to stay.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can just order it online at Kexi.com, and it'll come right to you.
Really?
In the mail. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What kind of newfangled business is this?
I don't know. It's something called UPS or something.
Really?
Yeah, really weird. Some sort of new thing where they actually deliver things to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Or you could call, like if you're in this area, you could call Uber Eats or what's that, Grubhub, any of those places, and they'll pick up the cookies at our kitchen and then take them to you.
Man, this world. What a world.
I know, right? I know. It's magnificent. Technologically magnificent. Otherwise, though, logically, not so much. Not so magnificent. Irritable Brandon Syndrome tweets, if you want an easy way to define what's a man and what's a woman, the answer is simple. Put them in a room with Bill Clinton. He knows.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about, that vast right-wing conspiracy where he supposedly got together with women other than his wife?
Oh, not my Bill Clinton.
All right. Sure.
I didn't realize Bill Clinton was a biologist. But,
Jersey Brawl tweets, breaking, Clarence Thomas declares as female and now takes the first black female justice on the SCOTUS.
Oh, wow.
Groundbreaking event for men again.
Look at there.
That would be awesome.
Men are so winning this woman game.
I wish now that would happen.
Wouldn't it?
I want that.
Do it.
It would be fantastic.
He should be.
It needs to happen.
Awesome.
Getting out of the hospital within the next couple
Clarence
days.
When released from the hospital,
get in
he
front
needs
of the
to
hospital.
say, "I identify as a female now."
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Yes.
When the woman of the year is an actual man, and when men are winning prom queen at high schools and universities,
okay, so
and then they're winning like swimming competitions.
Rob just chimed in my ear there. Maybe that's why he's in the hospital in the first place.
That's possible, yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
It's not really an infection.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Maybe.
Figured this one out.
We'll see. Remember the speech the Croatian MP gave about Justin Trudeau a couple days ago?
Mm-hmm.
He was absolutely fantastic, and he turned to Trudeau, and directed his comments directly to him.
He disemboweled him in front of the world.
Well, here's how riveted the crowd was when Trudeau spoke.
Oh,
I think we have a photo of. Look at that crowd. Look at the crowd.
And there was a couple more.
I mean, that's like 98% empty.
Yeah, there was a couple more speeches when that place was full that was just ripping on him. So how he stays in charge,
really?
I don't know. Yes.
Until 2025, apparently.
Wow. Yeah, so the Europeans weren't impressed with the way he clamped down on the truckers? Huh. That's interesting.
So those who have lived under tyranny directly weren't impressed by tyranny.
How about that?
It's funny how that works.
I mean, nobody showed up for his speech.
Yeah.
Well, that's a slight exaggeration. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
out of
7,
hundreds
8, 9,
of seats.
10, 11. Maybe 15 people. If you include the upper deck there's maybe 20. I don't know. It's very sparsely attended.
I mean, congratulations to Justin Trudeau for outdrawing a WNBA game, but that's about it.
No, everybody's in love with the WNBA. Where do you get that, Keith? Where do you get that?
There's way more than 20 people at a WNBA game.
And they're all related to the players.
Way more. There's like 30 sometimes. There's,
like I said, way more.
This one time at the WNBA championship, there were 41 people there.
Okay, but you're counting the press. That doesn't count.
Yeah, they don't count?
You do not count them on the attendance totals.
All right, so it was 26.
See?
It's 26 people.
Still more. That's all I'm saying.
Also, we had the Sweet 16 last night, at least some of it.
Oh, yeah.
And some interesting things happened.
Sure did.
Gonzaga got beat.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another upset, wasn't there?
Michigan lost. Houston lost.
No, Houston won.
Who did Houston beat?
Houston beat
Houston beat someone that was
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona was
number one seed. Arizona.
Seed, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they make the Final Four last year? Or at least the Elite Eight. And now they're headed that way again. I mean, Houston's doing really well right now.
Duke won. That was the 100th tournament win for
Crazy.
Coach Krzyzewski.
And this is his last season, so that's kind of cool. I'm sort of rooting for Duke right now, even though they're obnoxiously successful.
That's incredible.
They're kind of like the New England Patriots of college basketball.
It's incredible that one coach has 100 tournament wins. My alma mater, Nebraska, has
zero
tournament wins.
None. That sucks.
That is grotesque.
That's incredible that Nebraska's never won an NCAA tournament game.
The only Power 5 team to never win a tournament game.
Wow.
Now they've won the NIT tournament. Come on now. Show me some love there.
When did that happen?
When I was in school. 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So not when the NIT was the real tournament, though. Back in the 50s when it was the 90s. National championship.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. No.
So not when the NIT was
when they
good.
were the 65th best team. Yeah.
Okay.
Woo! Go Big Red.
We're 65.
Yeah, we are.
We're 65.
I mean, that is an incredible stat.
It is.
And it's one to be proud of.
You would never
too.
guess that.
It's
At
like,
least I wouldn't have.
Right. Yeah, but you had
almost,
to win one, right, somewhere.
Yeah.
At least a couple.
If they ever get back to the tournament, you almost don't want them to win because you like this fun fact you could pull out at parties. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, well, let me tell you about my school.
It's an impressive fact. It is. It is.
I don't think that they think it's impressive.
I'll tell you that. But they'd like to end that so people wouldn't have that to tell at parties, I'm sure. But they didn't make it this year.
No, they did not. They were 13 seed out of 14.
Of course, neither did BYU. They went to the NIT. Won their first two games, and they got their ass kicked at home the other night. Yeah.
Who did they get ousted by? Do you remember?
Washington State.
Oh, no.
Of course I remember. It was 2 days ago.
A lot has happened in the world since then. A lot has happened.
Do you remember? Like it was 1976. Ooh, who was it? I can't think.
Pat, in my defense, if I didn't eat the same exact thing for breakfast every morning, I wouldn't be able to tell you what I had 2 days ago.
Let me guess. Basic 4. Wow. How about that? How about that? Not only did I remember Washington State, I got Basic 4.
Wow.
Like a steel trap, this mind. Like a steel trap. All right, let me tell you about what I'm going to tell you about. Oh, Manscaped. That's what I'm going to tell you about. You ever been Manscaped?
Yes.
Yes.
What? Is that a real question?
It is this portion of Pat Gray Unleashed brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. They offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels.
Nice.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that's a good line there.
They do offer some
I like that.
Isn't it?
Engineered tools.
It's definitely catchy. You're going to love this.
It's got a little light on the device, too. You know,
it does.
In case you ever need
so
to do that
you can see what you're doing. Yeah. The Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped has arrived, and it's a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find the lawn mower, the 4.0 trimmer, the weed whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer.
I want to be in on the naming meetings of their products. That's fun stuff.
They go for it, man. They really do go for it. The Crop Reviver toner, the Performance Boxer Briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies in. And right now, you can get 20% off this
awesome.
package and free shipping when you use the offer code UNLEASHED at manscaped.com. That's MANSCAPED, manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. You use promo code UNLEASHED. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
This might be a little concerning. Apple is making Arizona the first state to add IDs and driver's licenses to their devices.
They have Apple Wallet. They've been really putting that together the last year or so.
Is it secure? I'd be worried that it's not. I'd be worried about security there. You're not worried about it.
Everybody's got your information. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that is true.
I mean, really, if
that is true,
this is they're fighting for it to be, that it is secure, right, for an identification. But if you take a picture of your driver's license and your insurance on your phone, an Android phone, say that just is there, and we've seen videos where the officers they'll take it as your ID and your information because it's. Hey, there's a photo. This is me. I don't have it in there. This is what I've got.
And we're doing everything on our phones now.
Yes.
Everything. For the first time, I think the last time we flew, actually used my phone for the boarding pass.
I don't believe it.
And check in.
I don't believe it.
It's true.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
That's not. You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You're lying.
It's true.
I'm with Jeffy. I think somebody had your boarding pass on their phone.
It's possible.
Yes!
No, I actually had it. They actually transferred it to my screen. Remember that from 24? They sent it to me, and I actually had it on my phone. Wow. Yeah, and I actually had them run the scan from my phone.
That's the way it works.
It's pretty awesome.
I don't mind.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's funny how that works. Yeah,
I know.
That's why the world carries them
I think this might
them.
catch on. If they keep...
I see where, this Apple Wallet is really cool, and Google just announced that they are going to start a new plan where you can, when you look up available doctors in your area, you're going to be able to book appointments and see what times are available at the particular doctor's offices. So you're going to be able to book times. Look, I need to go see this doc, and it's going to come up, show you what's available when you can see it.
And for someone such as yourself, Jeffy, who is in the doctor every other day, that would be very helpful.
Well, it's not
for
every
you.
other day.
Okay, 3 times a week.
I mean, there was doctors in New York that already did that back when we were in New York.
Oh wow!
And that was what, 2011,
right? But that was from their site.
Yeah,
that's not Google is just
that's true.
Disseminating all that
good.
information.
Google, the middleman. Oh, what could go wrong?
Nothing.
Right. Nothing.
Absolutely
so
nothing.
Your information passes through Google.
Does that make you feel secure?
Oh, just as secure as the Arizona driver's license.
They already have it.
Now, how much would you pay? They do already have it.
Have we talked up on air? Was this completely off air about the address situation, Jeffy? How an address that I've only put on my phone, I've put it nowhere else. I've just saved it as a shortcut on my phone. Appeared somewhere else. And Jeffy's right. It's just they already have your information. Right. They took it from Google Maps, and they sold it to someone over here.
Right.
And all of a sudden, my name is now associated with his address.
Wow.
Because, if you get your phone stolen, you don't want your home address in your phone. Okay? So I just use an address nearby.
Right.
I can take it from here. Thank you, Google Maps.
Yeah.
And
nobody would leave their, computer in a rent-a-car or something. Nobody would do that, and that's just stupid.
Too soon,
Keith. That's just dumb.
Too soon.
Nobody would do that. Anyway,
so anyway, I got contacted from somebody, and I was like, "How did you get this address? Like, literally, I've only put it in Google Maps. How did this happen?" And they must have purchased a list from someone.
Absolutely.
And Jeffy's right. Google just obviously
just sold
terms
your
and
information.
conditions and check, and here we go. And this is.
That was part of their
creepy.
big fight between
That's
Apple and Google and the other, the other entities with that information. Facebook, Meta, and Google and Apple. That's their big fight with all that information. How they sell it, who gets it, because Facebook is trying to tell us that they don't, but they really kind of do because they sell it to who does it. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of you know what it is? It is a high tech version of we don't use your information. We may sell it to a third party
Correct.
from this store, but we're not using it.
Yeah, we're going to make money from it because goodness knows Google hasn't made enough money yet.
No, they have not.
And so they need to continue to sell our information
And
to
you've
third
already
parties.
okayed it by saying okay when you use Google Maps or whatever.
Yep.
You've given
I
them
used to-
access.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not the way because it just became too aggravating.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
You have to
give up.
You have to
It's
just
just
say
convenient.
yes.
You're like,
I
yes.
just
Accept.
want
Okay.
to take
Yeah.
the picture.
Right.
Okay, that's all I want.
I just want to use the app.
That's all I
just
want.
want to do
Fine.
fill in the blank.
Fine.
And so you agree to who knows what.
Because
Oh,
I
no,
remember
we're here to take your left arm. You agreed to it.
I remember the
Yeah.
first time an app asked me if it could record audio, basically whenever it wanted to. It was the DirecTV app, and I was trying to record a show, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to allow this. Now it's every single app needs permission for every single thing on your phone if you want it to work.
Correct.
I remember in Houston when they first kind of switched over to you just drive through the tolls, and you don't have to stop for the toll booth anymore. And pay. It happens automatically. And you didn't want to do that because they'd have your information then.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, those were
Good times.
Get those days back.
Good times. Back in ancient times in 2001. Good times.
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You were really hacked off about it.
Yeah.
And adamant about it.
I want to pay. I want to pay with paper money.
Right. Right. I want to pay cash. I'm not giving them my information. No, the state's not going to have all that information and know where I am all the time, be able to track me.
Now it's like, what is this?
No.
Going to save me 5 minutes to get across town? Whatever.
No, you
Let's
don't
go.
even think about toll
Let's
tags.
go.
You don't even think about it. Bob Saget was seen healthy and uninjured in a selfie
He's not
with
dead?
his valet.
No, Jeffy, there's more to this.
No, hours before his death.
Yeah.
Holy
Just a
cow,
few
I thought we
hours.
had a new conspiracy.
What happened to this guy?
And he looked
I
totally
don't know.
fine. Hanging out with the valet.
Yeah.
And taking a selfie.
Yeah.
And just hours later, he's falls on
gone.
the carpet. And then, when you fall on the carpet,
Right.
it kills you. Every time.
never
Every
know.
time.
There's something really strange.
Sure
there.
is, man.
Something really weird happened, and we may never know what.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Yeah. All right. Welcome. 888-933-93. Some tweets here. Jimmy tweets, Duke is obnoxiously successful. Yes. Yes, but I'm rooting for him this time. So I'd rather have that than Biden or the leftist regime who are obnoxiously failing. Well, yeah, sure.
Well, they're actually they're being quite successful at destroying our nation.
Yes, they are. Dr. Free Range Prisoner tweets, how long until the push for the ability to vote with an app on our phones is being pushed? Oh, not long at all.
Oh, that'll be
surprised they're not
safe,
doing
too.
that
We've
yet.
already talked about that.
That'll be secure.
Oh, yeah.
No funny business at all.
Lord James of Augusta, here you go, Pat. Louisiana, your driver's license, vax status, fish and hunting licenses, all in one convenient app.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Nice.
Perfect.
There you
Love
go.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, it's convenient.
So
Just have
convenient,
it
Keith.
right
Are you
there.
kidding me?
That's why when we start getting into this, that's where I'm like, I just put a chip in me.
Yeah, just
Get
whatever.
it over with.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it. Just boop.
That's coming, as you know. I mean, it's already here. It's been here for a long time, but people are going to start using it, I think, soon, because you don't want to even have to. Pretty soon, you won't want to have to use your phone.
Right.
It's just too much of a hassle to take your phone with you wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have your shirt that's a phone and a chip inside of you that has everything else.
And if I need to change anything, I can upload that. That was Continuum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you could just upload the information.
Yes.
So that your eye thing.
Your eye thing.
Yeah, your eye
Yeah,
thing.
the contact lens you put in there.
lenses, Yeah.
Mhm.
Where she was able to read the computer screen off the contact. That was cool, man.
So cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're almost there already.
I know.
And it's not 2077 yet like it was in Continuum. Crazy. Jeez.
Dislike.
By the way, Star Trek Picard.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched the
Did you
first.
watch-
I watched the first season.
Did you see the latest?
Boring.
Boring? You thought it was boring?
I appreciate you not even looking over here and asking me.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not even looking over there.
Yeah. No, the new season. I know they have the new season, and Halo just dropped. I think today. Right?
Yesterday was my last time watching.
Oh
Star
no!
Trek
Yeah, because
I mean, okay,
that
I get
first
it.
season
I'm
was
done. I'm
really.
done.
What happened?
I'm out.
Tell us.
It's just
Is this the one with Stacey
leftist agenda talking points through the whole stinking show.
Is this the same show that had Stacey Abrams as president of?
No, that one is now over for the season. Yeah. I mean, they'll have another season, I'm sure, but I'm done with that one too because that's just ridiculous.
Gosh, man.
And then
What'd they do?
Picard was all about. They've done this thing where they've gone back in time to 2024,
Whoopi's
so
on
2
this
years
one,
from
right?
now. Yeah, Whoopi's in it. And they have this immigration situation where they seem to be alleging that ICE is disappearing immigrants.
Okay.
Like taking them out and killing them, I guess.
I would
don't
hate
know what they're
to
doing.
hear of that happening.
That they're taking them out and killing
Yeah,
them?
that'd be a
I'd
shame.
hate to hear of that too.
Yeah,
They're
that'd be a
not
shame.
doing that. They might send back them, like what's his face from Mexico said. We send back them. But they might send them back, but they're not taking anybody out and offing them. So there was that whole weird thing, and ICE was like
immigration graves out in the middle of the desert.
ICE was this big bad organization that's evil, and then
in 2024.
In 2024,
right?
And then they had to pile on the fact that we're killing the planet.
Wait, is this Joe Biden's?
That never
ICE?
ends.
Yes,
if
it
it's
is.
2024.
Yeah, right.
That killing the planet stuff never ends.
Oh, it doesn't.
In any of the shows.
No. Yeah, they included almost everything now.
Absolutely.
But it's agonizing. Because I want to watch it.
I know.
I like it.
That's why I made it through the first season, because I wanted to watch it. But it was just too...
It's not that good to begin with. And then,
right.
And now you're just doing your agenda. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. No, thank you.
You're going to start watching Downton Abbey now, right?
Yes, I'm going to be all over Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Then we can talk about it.
That'll
It'll
be good.
Fun.
Are you actually watching it?
Yeah, I started it when I had that surgery in February of 2021, and I'm finally in the last season. I'm almost done. I'm a slow. Unfortunately.
Is the series over now?
Oh, okay. I'm a much slower watcher than you, Jeffy, who can binge an entire season in an hour.
He can polish it off.
I don't know how math doesn't add up, but he can do it.
Yeah, he can.
So anyway, I think you'd like it.
Really?
Ish.
Downton Abbey?
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Maybe.
Check it out.
All right.
Watch the first episode. And
I feel like that's a no.
I want him to try.
I feel like that's
hold on a
no.
second.
I may not know you as well as I think, but I feel like that's a no.
On the surface, I would have agreed with you about a week ago. But dude throw a massive curveball on Wednesday with his musical
of the Cure?
Yeah, wait,
The Cure and Downton Abbey have nothing in common.
I wanted people to sign up at blazetv.com, use the offer code there, More Unleashed, and watch the overtime and find out. But he's already told you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Cure.
Is it too late to dump that? Anyhow, that's amazing, I think. So that's why I say he might actually like Downton Abbey.
That's why he says.
It's
that's why he says.
I understand that you're equating The Cure with Downton Abbey.
No,
I'm saying no.
I'm saying Pat can surprise with some of the things he's into.
Yes, I can. I'm an incredibly varied individual.
Now, somebody listening out there,
individual.
accept the challenge and then take a picture of the Downton Abbey cast and dress them up with eyeliner and Robert Smith's hair. I want to see this now. Now I got to see this.
Pat Head sent us this little nugget from Duke University. Speaking of Duke.
Oh, no.
Apparently, there's an update to how we should be properly addressing all the alternative lifestyles.
No.
Okay.
I have been, because I memorized it, because I didn't want to leave anybody out.
Right.
So LGBTQIA2+.
Right.
Was what we were doing to be all-inclusive.
And you finally got it down and everything was good, but we got ourselves a moving target.
And it's changed again.
Wow.
Duke and the Office of Institutional Equity claims it should be LGBTQIP2SAA.
No you in there, though.
Are you kidding me?
Get out my face.
And no you. No unsure.
Oh, you're going to have to make a choice, apparently.
What haters,
So what
man.
is the...
Yeah, can you go through these for us?
So it stands for lesbian, gay,
Right.
bisexual,
Right.
transgender, questioning queer,
Questioning queer.
intersex, pansexual, that's the P,
Uh-huh.
two-spirit, which is the 2S,
Uh-huh.
androgynous,
Right.
and asexual.
I guess questioning is they're gonna say that covers unsure, probably.
Okay, yeah, questioning could cover unsure, I guess. Yeah, so maybe it's not as hateful as I thought it was. Well, there you go.
So androgynous,
There you go.
partly male and partly female in appearance, says who, of indeterminate sex.
That's what the two characters on Star Trek Discovery were. Two of them were androgynous, I guess.
Now,
you couldn't tell what they
So
were.
we printed that up this morning. Have we gone back to the Duke University website? It may have already been updated again.
Yeah, it might have.
At this point, it's
Very true. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 characters that you got to memorize now so that you don't leave anybody out.
And if you miss a letter, then they'll burn you at the stake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's over for you.
Yep.
I want to welcome today here at Duke University our LGBTQIP
2SAAs.
No, I
I
intentionally
love the
skipped
two-spirit.
Q.
I love the two-spirit.
Now the
That's
plus,
my favorite.
I love the two-spirit too,
two-spirit is
because
awesome.
you have two people inside of you.
That's awesome.
Normally you need a Jeffy
I love
site
it.
for that.
Thank you.
Wow,
Right.
that's I just these universities are
They're gone.
cesspools.
They're just gone.
Cesspools.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Come on now. Can we stop? Is this, 12 characters now?
Yeah.
And you can't even say letters because there's numbers in there as well.
Right.
You got 12 characters. Can we stop at this point with 12?
we're there. How
Or
many,
will it soon be
how
20?
many letters or characters were there in the Greek alphabet, right? Well, not that many.
What did I say the other day? Just do A through Z. Call it done.
Yeah,
man.
but
Yeah.
that, our alphabet it was more than the Greek alphabet, right?
26.
Yes.
I don't know what the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't that many. So, we're close to that. You might as well just go with that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
24. Greek. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
And what is the Russian thing? How many in the Russian? Is it Cyrillic? Is that what they call theirs?
I think so.
In the Russian Cyrillic alphabet? How many characters are in that?
It's been so long since I've taken
33.
Russian. and-
Niner.
How many?
33.
33. Wow. Wow. Okay. What about Chinese? How many characters in Chinese?
Oh, the Mandarin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Hang on.
Mandarin is supposedly one of the top 3 toughest to learn.
Yeah. But if you do, you're in the
Yeah,
part of the New World Order then, man.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You're all set to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Spanish
26.
and Mandarin, you're set. 26?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only 26, really?
How about that?
That's my
That's
cursory
because
search
it must
here.
be so many of those things mean more than one thing. That's what makes it so difficult, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. My son went to Finland for his mission, as I've mentioned before. Finnish is also really tough because they have, there's like, the inflection. When you say the same
Right.
thing a different way with different
Means
inflection,
something
it
else.
means something else.
Right.
Like, really?
29.
Can't you think of other, words for it? I just have to inflect my
Yeah,
voice
I
differently.
don't like the way you inflected that.
Yeah, and there's like 26 different
All
ways
right, that
you
sounds
can do
impossible.
it. Yeah.
That sounds
Stupid, isn't it? It's ridiculous. What's the matter with these people? That's why I stop speaking gibberish and just
Right.
learn English. Learn the real language and everything will be fine. Right?
Okay, I don't know.
It's fine.
Where is Khmer spoken? That's Khmer, but there are 74.
Cambodia, I believe.
Cambodia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
74 letters.
74?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's impressive.
I'm a pass.
Heck of a sign, man.
You're not going to learn Cambodian?
Not today.
Huh. All right.
Maybe over the weekend I'll.
Okay. Yeah, let us know on Monday how you did.
I'll knock that out.
An NRCC poll says majority of swing voters in competitive districts find Democrats condescending. You think?
Wow, I can't believe that was even a polling question.
I know. Condescending. How about also stupid? How about that? How about ridiculous? And I don't know, communistic.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
But that's good.
certainly
I'm glad
socialist.
to see that.
At least they're realizing.
The electorate is picking up on that.
And this from Pathead Bovine Scatology sent this meme that explains taxes very well. We got the April 15th deadline coming up pretty soon. Again, already. Seems like we just did this. And now here it is again. Would you kindly fix the road I was already taxed to fix, so I'm not causing damage to the car I'm taxed annually to drive, which I purchased with the income tax you already taxed, which sits in the driveway of my home that is highly taxed.
Yeah, no kidding.
There you go.
That's especially true in Texas. I mean, our
That's for
property
sure.
taxes are outrageous. Outrageous. And I guess it's because we don't have state income tax, but I don't know.
Hey, you voted for him.
I voted for him?
You voted for him.
Who do I vote for?
Yeah, Greg Abbott. He's the guy that was supposed to fix it for us. And
he hasn't fixed it.
He has
for
not
us.
fixed it.
Nobody has fixed the property taxes in the
He's
state.
not fixed it for us.
Really bad. Really bad. And another way your taxes are spent, COVID relief.
Oh, no. Don't do this to me on a Friday.
Pandemic relief money spent on hotels, ballparks, ski slopes. Thanks to a sudden $140 million cash infusion, officials in Broward County, Florida, recently broke ground on a high-end hotel.
All right.
That will have views of the Atlantic Ocean and an 11,000 square foot spa.
They need some new buildings down there.
Federal tax dollars at work.
Isn't that great?
They printed up this money, and you wonder why there's inflation.
Yeah. In New York, Dutchess County pledged $12 million for renovations of a minor league baseball stadium. Okay. To meet requirements the New York Yankees set for their farm teams. Mm-hmm. In Massachusetts, lawmakers delivered $5 million to pay off debts of the Edward M. Kennedy Institute for the U.S. Senate in Boston, a nonprofit established to honor the late senator that has struggled financially. Yeah, I bet it has. Hey, you want to go to the Edward M. Kennedy Institute? No. Well, let me see. No, I don't. But you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll meet you there. And if I'm not there when you get there, just go in
and do whatever you're going to do.
I'll catch up with you.
I mean, those are the places that you end up going to right when different events are held there, because you don't just think to yourself, hey, you know what? Let's go to the
Edward M. Kennedy Institute.
Yeah, let's just go there.
No, you don't.
You don't. You just don't go there.
No, you don't. Wow. Republicans are already balking at additional money for the pandemic. You think? Well, good, because it's being wasted, as we're seeing here.
Republicans balking. That's cute. Republicans are balking because their guy isn't in the White House right now. That's why they're balking.
That is true, sadly. Included in the projects and expenditures identified from the Associated Press. It's amazing they're doing this. Mm-hmm. The Associated Press is doing this. $400 million to build new prisons in Alabama for COVID relief?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll help.
Tens of millions of dollars for tourism marketing campaigns. In Puerto Rico, they got $70 million. Washington, D.C. only got $8 million for tourism. Tucson, Arizona, $2 million. The city of Alexandria, Virginia, also announced it would spend $120,000 to give its tourism website a makeover.
Good.
Just a $120,000 makeover, though. Remember the Obamacare website was $2 billion. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is really cheap.
Was it $2 billion?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I remember it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much it was.
I mean, if Alexandria likes to save a little money, I mean, I'll do it for $60,000. I'll cut the cost in half for you.
Wow, that's
generous. How much it costs to
I'll
maintain your
You'll
site?
lose some money on it that way.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You'll be able to make ends meet? Okay.
All
right, good for you. $6.6 million to replace irrigation systems at 2 golf courses in Colorado Springs.
That'll fix COVID.
Yes. Yep. $5 million approved by Birmingham, Alabama to support the 2022 World Games. The event features niche sporting contests such as dance, sport, korfball.
Wait, whoa, hold on. Spell that.
Korfball. Korfball and flying disc.
Korfball.
What is korfball? I've never heard of it.
This site is blocked by your IT administrator? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
No, that's one of my sites.
Netball.
You spelled it wrong.
Yeah, netball and basketball. I love this. Like they say it like we know what netball is. It's basically says it's like netball and basketball. Two teams. It looks like you know what it looks like. It looks like basketball on a soccer field.
Oh.
I mean, there's the dudes playing korfball, and then
okay, and then it went away.
It's like a little.
Yeah.
Probably they just pass it, so it's like water polo.
But
on
obviously
land.
Unrelated to COVID-19.
What do you mean? People got to get out and
exercise.
Yeah,
and that eliminates.
This has been around
COVID-19.
since 1902.
Korfball?
Invented by a Dutch school teacher.
Weird.
Nico Brokenhuizen.
Okay. $2.5 million to hire new parking enforcement officers in D.C. Because if you park well, you won't get COVID.
That's a fact, right?
$2 million to help the Pottawatomie County, Iowa folks purchase a privately owned ski area. $1 million to pay off overdue child support in St. Louis.
Nice.
Because that'll get rid of COVID-19.
Wait, hold on.
$300,000 to establish a museum in Worcester, Massachusetts, honoring Major Taylor, a famed black bicycle rider from the turn of the 20th century.
Awesome.
Jeffy loves that.
Jeffy
loves that.
There's nothing more I want to do.
Hold on.
Is
Do you love it?
Honor bicyclists.
Okay. Wait,
that's
go back.
what I want to do.
Go back to the Pottawatomie ski slope thing.
Okay.
In Iowa.
Yeah.
$2 million.
There's a ski slope in Iowa. I believe it's this hill right here. Like they found a hill in Iowa.
There's no snow on it.
And well, I mean,
but I'm going to ski on the grass.
Might have been in the spring when they took this picture.
It might have been.
But congratulations, Iowa, having a ski resort.
That's great.
Period.
Not exactly like a Utah or Colorado ski resort, it looks like.
Look, maybe that's why it was only $1 million or $2 million.
Skiing in Iowa, not necessarily up to standards.
You should try skiing in North Carolina. When I was a kid growing up in Georgia, I mean, it was a treat to go skiing in North Carolina.
Really?
And you would literally have the man-made snow route, and then 30 yards that way and 30 yards that way was just grass and dirt.
Jeez.
It was fun.
That's like the Olympics in
That's right.
China this year.
That's right.
Liz Bourgeois, a spokeswoman for the Treasury Department, called the program a success that allowed state and local governments to recover from financial distress. So there you go. All of those expenditures
a success
were successful.
Your tax dollars
at
work.
That's great.
And all those projects you just read off saved us from having an even bigger outbreak of COVID.
Right.
Because that's what those funds were for.
Exactly. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
Let me tell you about Tommy John underwear, the most comfortable underwear you will ever wear. The most comfortable loungewear you'll ever lounge around your house in. And seriously, if you realize, oh my gosh, I don't have any ice cream for tonight, and you're in your loungewear, you just wear it to the grocery store to go get the ice cream.
Nice.
It's that nice.
Good plan.
Yeah, and it's so comfortable. It's the first thing I change into when I get home every day. It's awesome. And with over 17 million pairs sold, men across America love their Tommy John underwear. That's why Tommy John has fanatics. They don't have customers. Everybody loves this stuff. Get 20% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/unleashed. Go to TommyJohn.com/unleashed to get 20% off. TommyJohn.com/unleashed. Feels pretty strongly about that.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you blame him?
No.
Hey.
I can't.
What's wrong?
Got some tweets here. Swankthink tweets, I watch virtually nothing new now because of the injection of wokeness into everything. And that's true.
There's still some good
almost everything has wokeness.
And some of it you can just work around, let it go. It's fine. Just let it roll.
But then it becomes so prevalent, like, okay. Like this Star Trek thing. It was just one thing after another, over and over and over.
I forget what.
Okay, I'm done.
One of the last shows I was watching with my wife. Gosh darn it, what show was that? And I couldn't stop talking through the whole thing. I'm like, no, that's not true. Stop saying it. And then it's one of the medical shows, one of the new doctor shows. And I can't. I'm not watching it anymore with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Well, we're going to run out of time here.
Agonizing.
So you take that tweet. Now read the very last tweet in front of you on the
Muppet Wrangler?
No, the very bottom. No, other page down here. Keep going. I'm trying to sell you on Downton Abbey with these tweets, and then the very no, not
this
that
one.
No.
Blue Devil Girl.
No.
Downton Abbey. No. Downton Abbey. This one.
Yeah, like the last one.
Downton Abbey is a great show. You can find the series and the movie on Peacock. There's also a second movie coming out in May. Only issue is side storyline in the movie pushing a gay agenda.
Of course, because
from Comrade Snoobage. There has to be one.
You have to.
Yes.
I'm sure there was one.
Has to be one.
Right, just insanity world, man.
There has to be.
I'm sure there was
on every
one.
commercial and in every show. There must be a gay agenda attached to it. As it should be. There's nothing wrong with it. Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Getting all kinds of Downton Abbey tweets.
They're coming in fast and furious, too.
I mean, it's okay. The show's all right.
Have you watched it?
Not all of them. Not every episode, but I have watched numerous episodes.
Okay. This from Blue Devil Girl. Downton Abbey is a really great show. My husband loved it, and we watched it all the way through twice.
Oh, there you go. Good for you.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Wow,
good for you,
Jeffy.
What? Wow.
We got this from James Doulis. I protested watching Downton Abbey, but my wife started watching it, and I found myself peeking over, and suddenly I'm in love with it.
I know,
right?
It happens.
Right?
It
does
happens
happen.
a lot.
It does.
And that's how I get into some of those other shows with my wife, and then it reaches a point of, I can't.
And Richard Deshane, a Pathead, has tweeted out, took up the challenge. Here is the... there you go. Come on, Pat, give us a shot. There is Downton Abbey with The Cure as one. Nice job. Yeah. Appreciate that, Richard.
Robert Smith fits right in with that.
Yes,
Totally.
yes.
Absolutely.
Completely fits right in. And he's English, so it works out really well. Isn't he English? I think he is.
The Cure?
Yeah, I can't remember if they are or not.
I think they are.
Actually,
I honestly have no idea.
I'm pretty sure, because a lot of those alternative bands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crawley, West Sussex, England. It does fit perfectly. There is a Crawley character.
Perfectly. There you go. Do these people go to Bath all the time? Bathing?
No.
Okay, because my wife is into the English 1800s romance stories, and we have to watch all of them. And, sometimes I do like them. So it's possible I might like Downton Abbey, but it's not 1800s, is it? Isn't it?
1920. Calvin Coolidge is president.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the whole...
most of it's
period?
set in the roaring 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
because they've all got money and they're all living that lap of luxury.
But if you like Hallmark movies, this is not nearly as cheesy as Hallmark movies that you love so much.
I'm not sure
you're
I
into
love
Christmas.
Hallmark movies so much.
At Christmas time, you do.
Yeah, I like them.
We talk about it every year. How you can't wait for the Hallmark Christmas.
It's a road walk to get to that Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh,
it's different. It's not like I watch Hallmark Channel all year long.
Yeah, you're just excited.
Only at Christmas time.
Sure.
Only at Christmas. So don't pigeonhole me as a Hallmark movie channel watcher, because I'm not. Okay? All right.
Oh, I want to test your knowledge. I bet you and Jeffy would get 20 out of 20. Something like that.
I don't think so. Kenneth Springer sent us some candy, though.
Yeah.
Who wants gum? I do. Remember that commercial? There's some Jolly Ranchers.
All right, thanks.
But thank you, Kenneth.
Uh-huh.
Are they all the same?
I got watermelon.
I don't
What'd
know.
you get?
I got they're all watermelon.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Very cool.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean,
shut up.
Is our audience
thanks?
Is our audience just trying to fatten us up?
I guess so.
Like,
yes.
I don't want to make a request for
the kill.
quinoa to be sent to us.
No.
I'm just saying, it feels like...
I definitely don't want to say that.
Mm-hmm. No, that would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Quinoa would not work for us.
Put a little salt on it.
So,
take care of it.
Do you know there are more than 5,000 worlds beyond our solar system, according to NASA?
Get to one of those fast.
The latest addition of 65 exoplanets to the NASA Exoplanet Archive contributed to the scientific milestone marked on Monday. The archive is the home to exoplanet discoveries from peer-reviewed scientific papers that have been confirmed using multiple methods of detecting the planets.
We're getting more and more too, right? Isn't it's the Webb telescope that's going to end up giving us new worlds, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside
with the new photographs.
I think it could do it outside the galaxy. So it should be cool. It's not just a number, according to Jesse Christiansen, science lead for the archive and a research scientist with NASA Exoplanet Science Institute at the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena.
It's just like a big tease, man. We can see these planets, but we can't get
there. I mean, never. There's no way humanity will last long enough to get to any of these places. There's no way. Wow. I mean, we're already about done.
But you watch Star Trek.
I do watch Star Trek.
You know better than this.
And I love the fact that they can go warp whatever.
Me too. The travel is so cool.
But there's no way we'll get there. There's no way. We can't even fathom how to get to light speed.
What are you talking about, Pat? We're going back to the moon.
Are we?
Yeah, we're almost there.
I know, that's what I mean.
We're going back to the moon after just 53 years after we went there the first time.
Figure out how to get to the moon again. Stop
What was this train, this high-speed train we can't build from L.A. to Las Vegas or L.A. to San Francisco? But sure, we're gonna get out there, no problem.
But yeah, we'll go warp 10.
Well, that's
pretty
different
soon.
though. That train thing was different.
Is it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot different. There was all.
Thanks for analyzing
all
my
kinds of crime and
dumb
graft
anecdote there. I appreciate that.
That train was a good idea.
Was it?
It was just heck yeah. There were a lot of mobsters made a lot of money off of that. Anyway,
so anybody remember Star Trek Voyager? Did you watch that? They got sent.
Again,
by
he doesn't look over here.
They got sent by some alien to a distant part of the galaxy.
It was like a punishment or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why he did it. He just did.
Okay.
Some alien sent him to 70,000 light years away. Ooh. So apparently you can go about 1,000 light years a year, right? In Star Trek travel.
I guess that'd be right.
So they can go up to warp 9.9. Warp 10 apparently is transwarp speed, and so you can't do it. And if you did it, you would be everywhere at the same time.
Right.
That's what I've learned from Star Trek. So,
but they do have the
what we can't do though.
Windows to shoot in though, right? The time jump windows to go into.
The time jump windows?
Yeah, I forget what they call it.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if they have time jump windows. Okay. Not familiar with those.
All right.
But I am familiar with warp speed, and I know we'll never attain it. Because we can't even go light speed. Warp speed is something like warp 1 is 100 times faster than the speed of light. Something like that, 10 or 100 times. And then the faster you go, it goes exponentially up.
So you're doing some distance.
So you're covering some territory really fast. And I mean, we can go like 25,000 miles an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah, right. And we don't even have the technology that's going to get us to Mars in a really short amount of time.
Right.
That's what we call a hole in the plot.
Yes. Yes. So as far as exoplanets or exploration of the galaxy, it's just not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen
anytime soon.
And I don't see it in 300 years from now. I don't see how they do it. But I mean, we have come a long way in a short amount of time.
We have,
except with space. That's the only place where we've gone backward, not forward. So that's why I'm really doubtful that this will ever happen.
I tend to agree with you, but there are smarter people than me working on this stuff. But think of this, 120 years ago, we weren't even getting off the ground.
No,
right?
no.
I mean, the Wright brothers were, 1900?
Yeah, 1903.
So now it took 69 years to get from the ground to the moon? So who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
300 years,
Although we got to the moon, and then we stopped, and now we can't get to the moon again.
Yeah.
It's bizarre to me.
I don't know that we've actually gone backwards. I mean, we are.
We have. We don't have the vehicles to do it. We've got to have private industry now build vehicles so that we can get there.
No, that's what I mean. But we're still moving forward with the space travel. I feel like our technology is going to make that turn, right? We're close to a point where we make that turn to be able to do that travel, to at least, We go outside the galaxy.
Well, we can go outside. We've apparently gone outside the galaxy, not the galaxy, but the solar system. And it only took, was it 30 years? How long did it take for Voyager?
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, Voyager took like 40 years to get outside the galaxy.
But again, if it's unmanned, does it count?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, we just don't. We're nowhere near where we would need to be, and where we would have been had we kept going forward from the moon to Mars. We'd have colonies on both the moon and Mars by now, if we would have kept going.
And we should have. Actually.
But instead, we got our own problems on this Earth. Right, space exploration helps us solve those problems. Look at everything that has come from NASA. Something like 25,000 technological advances and products have come from NASA space exploration. So it's not like it's completely worthless.
And when are you going to Mars? When are you going to make that move? When are you going to commit to it? Because I say when there's professional sports being played on Mars, then I'm sold. Now it's a long-term deal. Now I'm going to get there. But how much of a pioneer would you personally be as far as committing to something like a colony? Because that's what it's going to take, is people who want to actually go and stay there for a while.
As Elon Musk has said, many of them will die.
That's a one-way trip.
Yeah, it's a one-way trip. Almost for sure. At the beginning, you're probably going to die on Mars.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And he knows that. And I think that's what he's kind of planning to do if he ever gets there. But I think he just set the date certain for his Mars trip.
Ooh.
Wasn't it 2029 or 2030?
Was it now?
I think it was. I think he just recently said.
I just know that we've learned
we're going to get there by 2030.
From the documentary Total Recall. They can make it work there. You just don't take your helmet off. Okay? Let's see.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the people. I think we can take our helmet off now. Ooh, nope, can't.
Exactly. Yeah, you first, 2029. You're right, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we terraform Mars on Total Recall in the documentary Total Recall? I think we terraformed it to where it was breathable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what saved Arnold's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he would have died. He would have exploded.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So
that's
that was
correct.
Great. All right. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got Pat Gray Overtime, which is brand new this week. This will be episode 5.
Well, it's coming up in a few minutes.
If you're keeping track at home.
Up in quite a few minutes.
Yeah, so
that's true.
It posts at noon Eastern on blazetv.com.
11 Central. So go to Blaze TV. If you're not subscribed yet, go to blazetv.com. You'll save $15 when you use the promo code More Unleashed. blazetv.com.
Yeah, and if you put it off any longer, you're going to have a lot of binge watching to do. Don't fall too far behind.
Right. You're missing out. Today we're going to talk about, among other things, the Army approving reduced physical fitness standards.
What could possibly
for women
go wrong?
and older soldiers.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we weren't doing that. I thought women were held to the very same standards as men. No.
I thought there was a word for that. What's the word? I think it used to be called washout. Right? And then you would be on your way. Apparently not anymore.
And I think the word is sexism. Because is it not sexism to change the standards for women?
I thought we were all the same.
We'll find that out in overtime.
We'll find that out. Right. Also, an activist has published a redacted version of classified military UFO reports. Last June, the Department of Defense released a long-awaited, much-hyped document called Preliminary Assessment Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, because that's what they like to call it in the government. UAP instead of UFO.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Because it's a completely different thing.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either. Just call it a UFO.
I'm a traditionalist.
Many ufologists hoped that the UFO report would be a watershed moment, and of course, it wasn't.
No way.
Everything was redacted. It was really underwhelming. For the most part, it revealed things we already knew and read primarily like a plea from the DOD for more funding. Tantalizingly, we were told that members of Congress received a classified briefing with more information that would likely never be released to the public. Oh. John Greenwald, the government transparency virtuoso behind the Black Vault, however, has a gift for us. A redacted version of the classified report obtained by filing a mandatory declassification review. This version of the report is longer and much more interesting, detailing, for example, the most common shapes of UFOs spotted by the military. That is a big revelation.
That's big, man. Now we know the shape.
Okay.
All
the
right.
most common shape.
Hold on a second.
Of UFOs.
Hold on.
Great.
So wait, that's what that was what they led with.
Yeah, that's what they led with.
This is going to go downhill from here.
Shape?
Certain sections of the classified report, such as one called "A handful of UAP appear to demonstrate advanced technology." No.
What?
Okay. Right.
Wow.
Okay, so their top 2 points so far.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
We know the shape.
We know the shape, and
they're
we know
advanced.
it's advanced technology.
So far,
still underwhelming, and we already knew all this stuff.
Okay, what else you got there, Pat?
What else do we have? Let's see. Certain sections appear to have more detail on specific incidents that the Department of Defense cannot explain and that are not mentioned in the public report, including
Okay, here we go.
seemingly 2 different incidents witnessed by multiple pilots and officers in the Navy.
Okay.
A section called UAP probably lack a single explanation, seemingly attempts to go into greater depth exploring what those explanations could be, and also has an extra redacted paragraph about the DoD believing that it could be attributed to foreign adversary systems.
I'm so glad he filed this extra
I
paper
know.
to get the
Like, we didn't know
information.
this. Okay, we knew this. We knew that.
I mean, they've already reported on some of the I can't think of what it's called now. Yeah, but there was a certain thing for the way they were built, their shapes and their sizes. We already knew that they had material that could transform, right, and bend back into the shape that it originated. And they talked about it.
And there's nobody on Earth doing that.
Right.
Stop it. The Chinese and the Russians are not doing that. The North Koreans are not doing that.
No way.
We're not doing that. We've got the most advanced technology, no matter what they're trying to pull with you, talking about China's supersonic, hypersonic rockets and things. You know we have that. So we have those.
Yes.
Congress releases the report, right?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't tell us much.
Mm-hmm.
This guy releases the report, and what we've learned now is
it could be a foreign adversary, which we've already speculated on a million times, and so has everybody else.
Really cool technology.
Or it could be us.
Uh-huh.
And we could really have really cool technology that's being kept from us.
And we know there's certain shapes.
We do.
Woo!
Man.
Woo! What a breathtaking report
It
that is.
doesn't say what shapes, though.
The
right?
truth is out there, y'all.
Doesn't. Yeah.
And it's obviously right there in front of you.
There was a pretty good show on, what was it? Was it the History Channel called the Project Blue? Something
Blue Niner
Project.
Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
It was about the initial, Project Blue
Yeah.
Book. It was the initial investigation by the scientist and a military officer, and they did it together because they were supposed to be skeptical about what was going on, and they were, but they ran into things that they just couldn't explain away through it's swamp gas. Oh, that's lighting in the atmosphere. That's the northern lights you saw there. Oh, that was a weather balloon. And no,
that's your imagination.
And they were under incredible pressure to say that it was all those things, and they didn't want to in a lot of those cases. And so we've known for a long time that there were really weird, different, unexplainable things going on.
Anomalies.
Yeah. And I don't know who it is or what it is. Is it the U.S. military keeping things secret? I don't know.
Or, I mean, that is a way that we could reach a point of travel, though, right? As if we are greeted and contacted by a race.
Reverse engineer somebody else's technology. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Or
like we find a UFO.
Or they stop off and say, hey,
that
we're
supposedly
here.
happened already.
How you doing?
According to some people, we've already done that.
Right. Okay.
So if it is a foreign adversary, the temperature of the world
That'd be bad.
right
That's
now,
bad.
Being that there is a war going on, it feels like we're going to know pretty soon if it's a foreign adversary that has this technology, or if it's us that has the technology, or if it's otherworldly.
If it's a foreign adversary, it has to be Russia or China. Period.
And we've seen that Russia can't even keep their tires inflated.
Russia can't even keep a tank rolling through the battlefield without a black cat firecracker blowing it up.
Which, by the way, Ukraine has today taken back some territory that they lost recently. So they're already starting to...
Do you know where it was?
I think it was outside Kyiv. It was outside of a major city. And they were pushing back. So
they're already doing counteroffensives.
Yes.
Russia could lose this thing.
Like outright lose it. Never mind withdraw.
Really, Russia has already lost this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they've lost they've lost face. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And that's why they have to keep saying, no, this is going exactly to plan. This is exactly what we planned. We planned on losing 15,300 soldiers by now. Come on. We planned on losing 346 tanks already.
We sent the broken down tanks first.
Yeah, those are the crappy tanks we don't even like. Those are the cardboard tanks. Wait till we send the real ones.
You might want to right about now. You're running out of time.
Yeah, they are. So it's interesting because Ukraine's more than held their own in this thing, and nobody thought they could. Nobody thought. I mean, again, they thought it'd be over in 2 days.
Which goes back to my theory about the Soviet Union's military was so good because of these other countries that were part of them, not just the Russians.
Right, or maybe they weren't that good in the first place.
That could be very well true too.
Yeah. We've never actually gone up against Russian troops.
No, we have not. No, we have
so
not.
we don't know. We've gone up against the Chinese, and we did that in Korea.
I kind of feel like even though Ukraine is doing a really good job of fighting Russia, I kind of feel like that we would be able to handle them too.
Ukraine?
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's what I'm saying.
I
feel like don't get too cocky.
But here's the weird thing: we don't fight wars like to win anymore.
I know.
We don't do that. Like we didn't even do that in Afghanistan.
Because I'd be okay
if
we just tell Putin, look, if you anymore, we are coming in. We're going to take your country, and guess what? You're part of the U.S. now. You're a territory. That's the way it's over. Okay?
Psychic Nikki prediction number 118.
Okay. Psychic Nikki.
Vladimir Putin will invade Ukraine and nearby countries.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Got that.
When did she say that?
This is our 2022 predictions. I'm just going through here. It just
Okay.
occurred to me here.
They were massing on the border at the time. So
fair.
So maybe that wasn't
fair.
Oh,
8:59. Russia, Ukraine.
Doubting.
Okay,
Psychic Nikki.
Psychic Nikki.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
Russia,
else?
Ukraine build up. Lots of bullets flying.
No.
Yeah.
And the only other time Ukraine comes up is an earthquake in Ukraine in the... Wait, hold on. Prediction 155. Please translate this for me. An earthquake in Ukraine in the UK.
Okay, well, there's a fault line through there.
An earthquake in Ukraine in the UK.
That's weird.
What is...
Okay.
That's two places.
Should she have said and the UK?
Maybe.
So maybe Ukraine
that could have been
UK?
separate.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. Lots of bullets flying, says Psychic Nikki for Russia.
She nailed it.
Did she say anything about the United States just taking over Russia? And it's now Russia Rico, and that's our territory?
And as long as we're in the neighborhood, let's just take China too. Let's just take them both. All right? And just combine all of these economies into ours. Just absorb the whole...
That's what's happening.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what's happening. Yeah.
All right. We do have overtime coming up in a matter of moments. And it actually turned out to be
3 hours from now.
3 hours from now. But we're going to do it right away.
It takes a while to rewind the tape, cue it up, and then put it on the internet.
It's a hassle, but have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.